Wonderful afternoon up here, Kaweka tops. Feel like we're the mountain people today. So awesome. As Little Red alluded to before, you don't get too many days like this up here where it's not blowing an absolute gale. Yes, we got one today. So we've climbed the J this afternoon. Haven't broken any records, but we're here. We're heading to Studholmes hut for the night. It's a little weather window where it's not going to blow as hard as it has been blowing, so thought we'd make the most of it. So Little Red's taking the main spur. She's gone down Mad Dog. She's going to almost the turn off to Macintosh Saddle and then drop down the proper track to Studholmes. I'm going out a ridge and I'm going to sort of hunt my way down that ridge over there this evening, just in case there's something poking around. I haven't got huge expectations. Tuesday all this country was covered in about 6 inches of snow, so it's probably not a lot of tucker high up yet, so you wouldn't expect the deer to be up too high, but we'll keep our eyes peeled. That's bloody awesome. Two Sika deer, first deer of the trip, just on that face over there. 665 yards, so they're a little bit safe, but bloody awesome to see them. Be nice to pick up something closer that I could actually shoot. Keep looking. I see a little red down at the hut and I see a little whiskey chops. Aha. Not sure if they can see me yet. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Yes, yes, hello. Hello. It's 20 past 7. Basically by 7 o'clock all the deer have mooched off the faces and gone back to bed. There's quite a few out there this morning though, but they're all well over 500. Getting into the 660s and stuff like that, way too far for me, so perfect shooting conditions, but there was just nothing that was even near enough. be a long day hanging around the hut waiting for the evening bite. So nothing doing in all this big country over here. It's probably a bit early for this. Over maybe a couple of weeks to a month. Your stags like to feed up in this high stuff. I think we'll pop over the next ridge, drop down to the old Studholmes hut site and make our way back down the creek to camp. Go and have some breakfast. Then probably be a really lazy day and come back out this evening. It's kind of weird standing on the old Studholmes hut site and there's no hut. Not really a trace of anything. I think that was the rock at the front door. Yeah, I certainly cleaned it all up because there's literally nothing here now. Anyway, we'll poke our way down the creek, head back to camp, see what little Red's up to. It's almost 5:30. Got our stakeout spot. We'll just sit here till dark and watch these faces. Fingers crossed something comes out. Should do. We've had light shower this afternoon. Basically nothing. It's overcast. That generally means the deer will come out a little bit earlier if it's not as hot. So, got the GPOs. I'll just keep scanning. Pull out the guide thermal occasionally and have a look at that. This will come into its own when it gets cooler. Well, she's been a bit of a long afternoon. I finally picked up two with the camera over here. It looks like a hind and a yearling. I had a deer over on that face there at 437. I thought, I'm in. I got it in the guide thermal, I got it in the binos, the GPOs, and I ranged it, and I never saw it again. It's like, argh. So, wind's picking up now. Be interesting to see what the morning's like. I'll probably come back for one more look. There's another one way up on that face. I'll just range it and see how far it is. 607 yards, that one. Starting to pop out. Bastards. Right, I think it's pack up time. Go and have some dinner. That wind's quite strong now, so I probably couldn't shoot across this gully anyway. Not successfully. Big moon coming up there tonight. These bloody animals will feed all night probably, so it'll be get out here really early, probably about 5 AM to try and capture them before they head back into the scrub. I must be getting old. Slept in this morning, it's just on 6 o'clock. I should have been up the hill an hour ago. Grrr. If they're like they were yesterday, they're gone to bed by 7, so probably a quarter of an hour to get to the spot. So we'll see what happens. Well, either I'm too late, they're not liking this cold wind, and feels like a classic westerly. Pahu over there, and she's bitter this morning. The other one morning was primo. Jesus, it is early. Right, we'll take one deer. Right up in the head gut. Up in there. If you were hunting Castle Camping coming up there, you'd probably just about trip over that one. Tucked out of the window there. All ranged. Right, that's 3. So 2 more behind and yelling way over on the face over here. I'll just keep looking. They haven't all gone to bed yet. Well, I reckon that's my hunting done and dusted for this trip, unless we tripped over a silly one on the way out. In this wind it's probably unlikely, but so we'll head back, have breakfast, pack up the hut and get blown back over the range, I'd say. Hopefully it doesn't get too much worse than this. Otherwise it's been a really good little walk, good for some kick off some fitness for the summer. See what else we can get up to. Right, Studholmes hut, clean and tidy, give it a good sweep. Awesome little stay here. It's such a cool little hut. This is kind of a in-between size hut from your little bivvies like Backridge and Manson Biv to your big huts like sort of Manson. So I'm going to have to just do my homework and see what size these ones were. If I had one little gripe, and I don't like griping because you've got to be positive in the backcountry, is we seem to have this policy now of removing fry pans and billies and things from huts, which it doesn't make any bloody sense. You know, what's wrong with a good old fry pan in a hut that people can cook up some backsteaks or something if they're not lugging them in, you know? Anyway, that's my gripe for today. We've got a fairly big hill to climb. Wind's picked up even more, but she's a beautiful, beautiful day, so we'll get out there and do it. So we've just stopped for second breakfast at Domine Biv. Quite a bit of history, very rich history as far as Sika hunters go. So this building was originally used by Mavis Davis. Now Mavis, as I understand, did a lot of early research on Sika deer over in the Kaimanawas and the Kawekas, and this was basically her deer hide. She would sit in this and observe wherever they put it, the Sika wandering around and take notes. And when Mavis finished her research, someone, I think in the New Zealand Forest Service, said, right, we can use that, and somehow they placed it here halfway up Kaweka J, and it's been here for donkey's years ever since. Great little shelter. It's got water outside. You could sleep in it in a pinch. There's a couple of mattresses. Kind of, if you're a short wheelbase, you might find it all right. So yeah, that's the history of Domine Biv as I know it.
Oh, nice to get the boots off. Well done.
New offenders.
Absolutely.
A couple of tigers at the Pookie Tap Pub.
I reckon that you're on like Donkey Kong, yeah.
This is what it's all about. Cold beer. Cheers.
Cheers, Liz.